What's going on, card fighters? Today I'm going to show you a deck profile deck of the Princess cards, the best card ever, the best deck, Prison. It's actually pretty fun. I'm really enjoying it. So when you place this card, it's just pretty much for all starters. You get to draw it going second. Your grade 1 that lets you, when you ride upon, you get a, an order card, a set order card, which is the Prison card. Grade 2, that lets us put your opponent's card in the prison, so we have one card in the prison. Sometimes I really hate this card because my opponent can pull these really good cards off. And the grade 3, which is just a counter blast and put 2 cards in prison, plus 10k. Any of your 3 or more cards in the prison gets an extra drive. 3 from our main deck. Make sure your wide deck and your main deck are different sleeves. So 1 and 3 of that. Now I won 3 of this guy. He's pretty good. Soul Blast, and this unit against 2k. Choose one of your opponent's front rows and imprison it. So make sure it is the front row. Now after that, I won in 4 of this guy. Girl. I don't have 4, but you want to want 4. So the counter is if you have 2 or more cards in your opponent. If you have 2 or more cards in the prison, this unit gains 5k attack, plus 5k attack, and plus 10k shield. So it's a 15k shield if you intercept, and a 15k attack. I'm pretty sure if your turn, during your turn I mean. Oh no, it's not. So that means it stays there, which is great. And its other skill is Soul Blast. Choose one of your opponent's front rows and imprison it. So that's great. This card. So this card, if you have something in the prison, this gains plus 5k. And it's only during the battle. So just make sure it's at the battle, not during your opponent's turn. Now, I'm actually 1 in 4 of this. But one of my mates actually has one of my cards. So this is a 59 deck instead of, not 59, this is a 49 deck instead of 50. So just pretend there's a 4th one right here. So I'm 1 in 4 of him. He's pretty great. It's an axe skill, so which is really amazing. It's not when placed. But its skill is Counterblast, Soul Blast. Choose one of your opponent's front rows, I'm pretty sure. Choose one of your opponent. Oh, not just rear guards, even better. And you have 3 or more cards in the rear in your prison, you get to draw a card. So that's good. Now, I'm 1 in 3 of this. So when something's in the prison, it gains 5k shield, plus 5k shield, and plus 2k attack. You can run this if you want, instead of 3 of this. But I've been just, every time I have a game, it's really close to deck out. Most of the time, I can't attack with my Vanguard. So when I have like 6 or 8 cards, I try to not attack with my Vanguard because I know I'm not going to win. And then I'm 1 in 3 of this, which is really good. At the end of its battle that it boosted, you can put this in the soul and countercharge. So I don't use it a lot, and I don't really have much difficulty of counterblasting and soul blasting. Usually my soul is really good, and so is my counterblast. I don't really get stuck, but it's pretty good when you need it. 4 PGs. If you don't have 4 of these PGs, and you only have 4 of the trial deck ones, that's fine. But these ones just a little bit better when it comes. So I won 1 of this. Wasn't really sure what to run, so I just threw this in. I usually use this for like final turn. So when I know I'm really going to push on a lot of pressure, just because it's a Soul Blast, choose one of your Vanguards and it gains 10k to the end of turn, which is good. Then 1 prison card. I'm actually really tempting of switching this card back to the second prison, just because most of the time I always have a prison in my hand. So after a mulligan, I usually draw the prison, and it's like, oh great, now I don't gain anything. And having 2 prison cards isn't that bad, because if you do PG, you can discard 1 prison, or if you do wide, you can get rid of 1 prison. So really tempting of changing it back to 2 prisons, although I really don't want to. Now, I don't have the over trigger. Out of all the boxes I pull, I didn't pull off the over trigger, but I'm using the trial deck one. If you do have the Brandgate over trigger, use that one instead of this, which is the Brandgate over trigger. It's really good. It's a 100 mil first, and if you drive checked it, so if you Vanguard drive checked it, it's, I think everything in the front row doubles, so that's power and crit, until the end of turn. But this one doesn't. 2 units gains 100 mil, pretty much. I want 3 fronts. I usually attack with my Vanguard first, so 3 fronts is good, nothing get race. And I don't want to see draws because I do deck out a lot, or close to deck out. And then 1 in 8 crits, because we do 3 drive checks, and crits are crits, crits are great for this deck. And 4 heals. This deck is pretty defensive as well, so you're going to get a pretty good hand if you play it right. It's pretty fun as well. So this is the prison deck of mine. Take it how you want, change it, do whatever. Latest.